Very good morning and welcome back, dear students. So, in this lecture, we will be discussing about the various kinds of air conditioning systems. So far, we have seen the various components of air conditioning systems as well as the important terms in psychrometry. So, as you are aware, the air conditioning system is the one which effectively controls the conditions. So, it controls the conditions to produce the desired effects upon the occupants of the space. So, whether it may be human beings or animals or any machineries. So, there are actually, depending on the function of the refrigeration system, there are two kinds of refrigeration system: comfort air conditioning system as well as industrial air conditioning system. So, you know that for especially for this computer numerical control machines as well as for this servers, for computers, you need to have a comfort condition, a lower temperature than the uh, atmospheric temperature. That is industrial air conditioning system. Then comfort air conditioning system are basically meant for the living beings, whether it be human beings or for animals also. Especially in cold countries, animals also require air conditioning. Air conditioning always does not mean cooling the air. So there are many factors to be controlled. So you know that in atmospheric air, it's a mixture of different gases like nitrogen, oxygen, argon, hydrogen, helium, etc., etc. Then there will be water vapor, depending on the climate as well as the location. The water vapor particles in the atmospheric air will vary. Then obviously there will be impurities like dust particles, fumes. So all these things will be filtered out first. The atmospheric air will be filtered out. Then it will be a mixture of gas and water vapor. Then finally, that depending on the condition required for the specified location and whether it is comfort or industrial air conditioning, the these two components in the air, that is the air plus the humidity, will be controlled at a particular velocity, and obviously odor will be removed, bad odor will be removed and will be supplied to the space to be conditioned. Space to be conditioned. I have not used the word space to be cooled. In a refrigeration system, always it is cooling, right? If it is heating, that is known as heat pump. But in air conditioning system, there is no separate cooling and heating these things, only conditioning the air. So these are the different components similar to the refrigeration system. The basic cycle for air conditioning as well as refrigeration are the same. So there will be a compressor, condenser, expansion valve, and evaporator in the order. Then, in addition to this, there will be an air filter to purify the air, motor, and plus you may have to control the velocity of air. For that, there is an additional motor will be required that runs the fans and blower. So this is a typical air conditioning system components are depicted here. So you can see the compressor, okay, condenser coils along with the fan, expansion valve, the so evaporator, then there will be an additional blower or fan which will supply the cool air. Okay, so this is a window air conditioning system which was used in olden days. So all the components are assembled in a single casing installed in the window of a room. So we need to split open the wall if you want to fix the window air conditioning system. So the operator part will be facing the room and the condenser part will be facing outside to the atmosphere. Both the parts, condenser and evaporator parts, are insulated from each other. The desired temperature is maintained by a thermostatic switch as we have seen in the previous slide. So there are various capacities are mentioned usually in tons of refrigeration, TR. In short, it is known as TR, tons of refrigeration. So this is a typical photograph of a window air conditioner you might have seen in old movies as well as in offices. So nowadays, this window air conditioning system is replaced by split air conditioning system. The two different components like cooling unit and condensing units. So cooling unit comprises of the evaporator and the fan. The condensing unit comprises of condenser and compressor. So the noise making component compressor is placed outside as well as the heat rejection component condenser. So that these two are assembled as a single unit and placed outside, and the cooling unit and condensing unit are connected through a line pipeline. So you need to make a single hole on the wall. Instead of break open the wall, you need to drill a small hole and you can connect the cooling and condensing unit together. So condensing unit will be placed outside the room and the cooling unit will be placed inside the room. So indoor unit and outdoor unit. So this is a schematic you can see here. The condensing unit placed outside. An handling unit can be placed anywhere if you need a um, different decks to supply air. So you can have the purified and conditioned air to be supplied through the decks. So typically, what you might have seen will be of this kind: the indoor unit and the outdoor unit. Okay, both are connected through a line tubing. Now coming to the seasonal air conditioning systems, there are three kinds: winter air conditioning system, summer air conditioning system, and year round air conditioning system. As you know, in winter the outside conditions are cold and dry. It will be cold as well as dry normally, typically. As a result, there will be continuous transfer of sensible heat as well as moisture from the buildings to the outside. So in a winter air conditioning system, if you want to condition the air, you need to heat the air at the same time humidify the air to get the comfort condition. So this is a typical arrangement, the block diagram of a winter air conditioning system. So fresh air from the atmosphere will be taken and it will undergo a filtration. Then it will be heated using a heating coil. Then there will be process of humidification. So heating and humidification is the process taking place in a winter air conditioning system. Please recollect the various processes what we have seen in the psychrometric chart. Various psychrometric processes we have discussed a few weeks back. So please recollect that. If you have not seen that lecture, please go through that to understand the heating, humidification, various psychrometric process like that. Then it will be, after humidification, it will be given to the decks for distribution to different rooms depending on the capacity. Now coming to the summer air conditioning system, we need to cool the air. The atmospheric air needs to be cooled at the same time dehumidified, because you might have felt a very sticky feeling in summer, right, when the humidity is pretty high. So dehumidification also needs to be done, and if required, some reheat coil will be there. After dehumidification, if you need to reheat the air, another coil will be placed there. So year-round air conditioning is given here. There will be an air inlet system, a filtration system, then a preheat coil. There will be a cooling coil, heating coil, humidity adjustment coil. So where humidification or dehumidification will be taking place depending on the seasonal condition. So here in this graph, you can see the variation of temperature and moisture. So in summer, you need to reduce the temperature, and in the winter, you need to increase the temperature. With regard to moisture, you need to dehumidify during the summer and humidify during the winter. So both these things are clear from this graph, the variation of temperature and moisture through different components. You can refer to this and understand clearly what is happening to temperature and water vapor, I mean moisture content in the air when the outside air flows through the various components in an air conditioning system. So thank you for watching. Have a good day. We will meet with another lecture. Till then.